different. I'll tell you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. So yesterday, what are we discussing, Ashwini? Yesterday, what did we discuss, sir?
System landscape,
What is a basic system landscape in IT?
SAP development system, SAP quality system, SAP production systems.
Correct. We should have three systems, right? One is for a development, one is for a quality testing needs to be done. The other one is as a
Production.
system, yeah, where real-time business will happen, right?
Yes, sir.
In normal time, you don't have one system. What is the problem if you have one system and that system business cannot use? If business is using, if you are modifying it, whatever functionality business using, they'll get interrupted, right? They'll get interrupted. So with the one application, nobody cannot handle their IT. So that is the reason they should need three systems, be it any SAP application or a Oracle application or any application. So you think if you're working for Reliance, he'll buy a system landscape, at least three systems. One system they'll use for a development, one system for dedicatedly testing, one system for Reliance business end users, accountants use this system. Okay. So yesterday we discussed this only system landscape. In interview also they'll ask you what is your system landscape. You definitely say my system landscape was in so and so company I worked in. Like you put in a resume, right? Let's say you worked in Reliance project. What was the Reliance system landscape? They ask you how to say they have a development, quality, and production system, right? If you say I don't know, then you don't know anything about IT side. Okay. You just watch yesterday's 20 minutes video, you will get a more clarity, Muhammad. If at all
Yes,
any
yeah,
doubt,
yes, sir.
we'll continue. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, sure, sir. Today I will watch.
yeah. Now, based on a system landscape, your roles also will be enabled, right? Ashwini, I told. So,
Yes, yes, sir.
let's say, you just think here we have given three company names: GMR Construction, Tata Motors, and Reliance. These are companies they want to go for SAP and they buy a SAP license. Okay, immediately buying a SAP license, it will not enable for their business. Again, what they have to do in the market, who are the IT providers, IT services, who all are providing. They have to know, and these all are IT providers. A few names we have written: Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Dell, HP, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, and ENY. There are many company codes, right? Multinational IT providers. What they do is they have a people who know application knowledge. Let's say SAP knowledge. They have Oracle knowledge. They have a database, Java, Python, whatnot. Many skilled people they'll recruit and they'll keep it, right? So these companies have decided to go for SAP, so they need a person who can install it for who can install or develop the SAP application based on their need. Then they'll call a quotations from each and every department, right? Each and IT provider. So also we call them as a service providers. Okay. So they'll submit, hey, I can provide you this much cost in 12 months. I can configure a SAP system for you. Okay, this is the money. If I fail to do it, I'll pay this much penalty. So after receiving all the quotations from the different IT companies, what Reliance will think, maybe any company you name it, they'll think, okay, for me, Wipro quotation is looks okay. They're doing for a right price and their terms and conditions are well and good. And I believe on Wipro, so I gave a contract to Wipro for a SAP installation. So they both will sign, right? Reliance will sign and Wipro will sign on the agreement, right? That is how the business has started. Now, as they are the developers, so they'll work in a development system. So to start the development system, what Wipro need a people who are good in SAP implementation, right? So they need a people, otherwise they
Yes, sir.
can't implement it, right? So obviously Wipro will conduct a interviews. If you select in a Wipro, right? If you select in a Wipro, Wipro take you and give you offer letter and you join in Wipro. Once you join in Wipro, Wipro will tell you, hey, I have a agreement, I have a contract with the Reliance. We have a agreement with Reliance. So he is our client. So they need a SAP implementation as you are a FSCO consultant. I'm assigning you to Reliance project as a developer, right? Because Wipro got a development contract. So you are a Wipro employee. Wipro will ask you to work for Reliance on a development, right? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next, if you only develop and you are only testing means, do you find any mistakes? Let's say Wipro only developing and Wipro people only testing. Do you find the right results or do you find mistakes? Tell me.
I think no, sir. Because we are doing,
Correct. Tell me.
so we are doing the development. Then we are testing. There is no improvement.
There
They
is
are
no
test the other
improvement.
persons. Then we.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If in
If I
a
get.
Wipro development team, we have a 20 members. All are Wipro employees. Again, Wipro employees, another 5 employees are testing. For testing, we don't need that many people, okay? For development only, we need many people. Testing, we can done with the 4 or 5 people, right?
Yes, sir.
So, if Wipro people only testing here, they'll not find any mistakes. If they find any mistakes also, they'll say Wipro to fix it in a background. Reliance doesn't know anything, right? These people don't know. And if you only develop and
Yes,
if
sir.
you only test, that is a IT side internal audit fail, right? So developer cannot be a tester, right?
Yes, sir.
Obviously,
Yes,
their
sir.
eyes will not find the mistakes. So next, again, Reliance need a persons who can test it, right? Who can test a SAP application, SAP functionalities? Who can test? Reliance again need a people. So again, Reliance what it will do is it will ask again IT providers to submit a quotations for a testing scope. Okay, they'll say, hey, my business implementation is taken care by Wipro Technologies. Whatever Wipro Technologies is developing, I need testing to be done. Thorough testing needs to be done. How much you charge? How much duration you want? What is the quality you maintain in testing? What is the penalty if you fail to do it? They'll ask. This time they'll not ask the quotation for a testing from a Wipro because Wipro only developing, right? They'll ignore for a testing Wipro, right? So this time, if Dell got selected, okay, Dell company got selected. So Dell selected as a IT partner for testing. So if you join, so obviously Dell also need a people who are good in a SAP so that they can assign them into Reliance project, right? If you are interested in a testing side, if you go for an interview in Dell, an FSCO as a functional consultant tester, if you select, your role will be a testing consultant, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Developer will explain you and he asks you to test thoroughly in a test system. He'll do everything, development configuration in this system. We name it as a A4H. Once the development is done, we'll move the changes from here to here. Once you have a changes here, then tester will start his work. He'll do completely testing and he'll say whether it is a pass or fail. If something is going wrong, something is not working, again tester will inform a developer, Wipro team. Wipro team will rectify that and again they'll move a corrections here. Once corrections come here, the tester will retest and finally he has to pass the results, right? That is how we work. Until we get the right results, nobody sleep, right? That is our job to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now development. If you join in a development company, you will be a developer. This Wipro also working for Reliance and Dell company also working for Reliance as a testing partner, IT partner, right? So next, once the development is done, testing is done. Finally, testing after testing pass, whatever we have done so far, the same changes will move to final system, production system. Once we have everything here, then this system is ready to use by a business or accountant or end users. It means real time Reliance business, let's say Reliance Digital, Reliance Stores, whatever, Reliance Mobile Communications, what all business Reliance do. So in the businesses, SAP production system is implemented. Everybody is started using this system and they're posting their daily transactions, right? So do you give a guarantee that okay, Wipro done a well job and Dell has done very good job and they are using here. So business is using production application. Do you think production system can run without any issues? Do you say? Or we need support for that also?
No, we need to support, sir, I think.
Okay. What about you, Ashwini? What do you think?
Same, sir. Support him.
Support needed. Confirm we need it. They need a support.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because why they need a support is in a end user accountants, somebody knows SAP how to use it, somebody don't know SAP how to use it, right?
Yes,
if
sir.
if he don't know how to use a SAP application also, he can raise for simple things how to do a process he is doing wrong means he'll raise a concern, right? I don't know, system is not working. That also can happen, right? Whatever concerns accountants or end users have to fix them somebody is there to support 24 by 7, right? Because the business will operate 24 by 7, right? It's a continuously
Ye-
business will happen. This system is very productive. Everything will be recorded in this system. Finally, from this system only we'll get the external reports, internal reports, everything, and this will be a bread and butter for a Reliance business, right? If for a Reliance, if this production system is not working for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, he lose revenue in a millions, right? Yes or no? If
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, that impact will have. If production system is not working means for any client, it's a big loss. Okay, that is the reason. If in case any trouble happens in a production system, it can be a big issue, it can be a small issue, it can be a process issue, accountant don't know how to use it, anything it can be. So to support that issues, Reliance again needed people, right? Yeah, again they needed support.
Yes, sir.
Now what Reliance will do again? They will ask again what I would say quotations from IT providers. This time Wipro also can participate. Dell also can participate. Anybody can participate. Okay. Hey, I have a system, SAP system. Wipro has developed. Dell has tested. So and so date. Maybe they've taken a 12 months for the implementation. Maybe from April 1st, 2023 onwards, I am going to use SAP system for my business. I need somebody to support my production system 24 by 7. There is no, you have to work in a rotational shift, but 24 by 7 in different regions, different users will work in my production system. Any issue you need to support, right? So for that, how much do you
Yes,
charge?
sir.
How much do you charge? What if there is a issue and you could not able to fix it? If my system is down for 4 hours, maybe 1 hour, uh, you could not able to restore. How much penalty you pay, right? That needs to be written. If there is no penalty, nobody takes it serious, right? That is the reason every contract will have a penalties written clearly. So for this, maybe which company selected? Maybe Infosys selected. Okay, to support Reliance finalized your Infosys agreement and Infosys and Reliance signed it. And what they'll do again? Infosys will recruit a people who are good in SAP and who can support a SAP system, right? Infosys, Infosys selected as IT partner for supporting production system, right? So obviously, Infosys will conduct interviews. If you go for an interview, if you select, what they'll do, they'll recruit you. They'll give you an offer letter, and they'll say you, hey, I have a project with Reliance in a support project. I'm assigning you into that project. Please support their production system. If any issue comes, they'll assign incidents to you. You have to support. How real time all these processes works, we will discuss maybe 1 week thoroughly later, real time. Okay. So what are the tools you have, how to respond,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
how to do that and all will cover anyway. Now you see, if you select here, you will be a support consultant, right? Got it? Now you see, based on a system
Yes,
landscape,
sir.
based
Yes,
on
sir.
a
Yes, sir.
system landscape in real time for one customer, be it any company, okay, they'll use SAP, but how many companies are working for him? Wipro is working, Dell is working, Infosys is working, right? Not only three, for
Yes, sir.
someone, for one client in SAP, there are different companies will work, and their common goal is to run Reliance business smoother without any issues. Okay, that is the reason you have a good career and you have a good salary, right? So accountant is
Yes,
what
sir. Yes.
accountant will do. Accountant will try to book a transactions here in a production system. If it is working, he'll post and he'll go. If it is not posting, he'll raise an incident to you. You are a consultant, right? You are a support consultant. You have to understand that issue and you have to fix it, right? If something is going
Yes, sir.
wrong, if something is going wrong, first we have to fix that issue in a development system. Once development system fix is done, then you have to move to quality. Once you move here again tester will test. If it is fine here, then we'll move here and then we'll inform accountant to test. It's not something directly we fix here. Don't think like that, okay? Only development system is a modifiable system. Remember always. What is it? Only development system is a modifiable. This is only we can do a configuration modifiable. Other systems are not modifiable. You will only understand later, but remember always, if something needs to be fixed, where we have to fix first, we have to fix in development system. Once development system you fix it, again some tester has to test. Once testing is passed, then only we have to move to production and then inform business to recheck and confirm whether the issue is resolved or not. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is very important thing. System landscapes you should remember. Why I am telling again is, if you see our system in a practice, whenever we open a system, you see only one system. This is not a real time system, right? We have a real time topic scenarios we talk, but when you join into the system, okay, maybe she is working something. Okay, I'll show you quickly here. Okay, she closed it, no problem. There is a log on one ID only we have, right? Do you see that? Log on we
Yes,
have
sir. Yes, sir.
one only. It means only we
Yes.
have a development system. But in real time, you have at least three systems you have. Okay. Be it any company, in any company you join, if let's say you are working for Reliance, at least they have a three systems. One is development, quality and production. Maybe if you're working for any other customer, like maybe Mercedes Benz you are working, in his system landscape also you have a, at least you have a three system landscape. Okay, don't think always you might work in one system in real time. Developer will work in a development system, tester will work in a tester, supporter will work in a supporter. But real time, one is one on one, how it will be, responsible. What are your whole responsibilities? What are the tester responsibilities? What are the production support consultant responsibilities? We will discuss in detail. Got it? I'll share this picture.
Yes,
By
sir.
sharing this picture, you write down your notes and have a clarity. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Now
sir.
let's jump to the topic. Now let's try to understand reality closely. Now let's say as per system landscape I have explained. Let's say we target about Reliance. Okay, we are just creating a project preparation. How project preparation will be there inside. So in real time, let's discuss project preparation. Okay, let's say this is the project preparation. First, you see how the steps will be. Think that Reliance is a customer. Okay, Reliance is a customer who want to implement SAP, right? We call him as a client or a customer. Customer, why we are calling? Customer is a person who is buying our skills and paying us, right? So who is buying our skills and paying to the IT providers? IT providers will give you salary, right? He is getting money from a Reliance, right? Once he get a money from Reliance, he is paying you salary. That is how it works. Now let's talk about little more. Okay. So Reliance, okay, Reliance. First point we'll write Reliance selected Wipro as a developer contractor. Okay. The first step is Reliance gave a contract to Wipro Technologies to develop their SAP application. What? SAP application. Got it? And also in SAP application, you have two types of categories I told. What are they? One is a function module, one is a technical module, one is a admin related. There are three
Tech-
variations you have, right? There are three variations you have. Let's
Yes,
talk
sir. Yes, sir.
let's talk about Reliance gave a contract to Wipro Technologies an SAP application functional modules only. You see now only functional modules, and Reliance selected, let's say, Atos. Atos is also a one of a IT company, so they gave SAP basis support. Reliance, what they are doing in development also pieces of work they are giving to different IT companies. Why? If you give entire development to one IT provider, Reliance don't know exactly what they are doing. If any mistakes they are doing, if they are delaying, if the progress is not good, nobody tells to Reliance, right? That is the reason in implementation only, if you involve different companies, they'll only fight and they'll give you nice results to you, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That
sir.
is
Yes, sir.
how. That is how. As maximum as IT providers will be involved in one development project. So this is second point, and maybe we need again developers ABAP, right? For ABAP,
Yes, sir.
maybe Infosys. Infosys got the ABAP contract. So module wise, they gave a contracts to different IT providers. Wipro will have the functional module support FICO, MMSD, and HCM, for example. And basis support, SAP basis support, Atos got. And Infosys got the ABAP support, right? So there are three people now. There are three companies altogether. Now let's see. You selected in Reliance. Sorry, not in Reliance. You selected in Wipro Technologies, right? First step is
Yes, sir.
first
Yes, sir.
Wipro Technologies will conduct an interviews to recruit people who are having SAP functional module implementation knowledge, right? Like FI, CO, MM, SD. They cannot run with only you and me, right? They have a different modules. For a different module also they need to recruit a
Different
person.
models.
Yes or no? So yeah.
Yes,
Now
sir.
now you're going. Okay. Now you went for an interview and you selected in Wipro Technologies. Okay, once you select in a Wipro Technologies, how the process will immediately nobody will assign you work. Please remember, okay? Immediately nobody
Yes,
will
sir.
immediately nobody will give you work from a day one. Nobody will give you in real time. Okay, see how the process works.
Yes.
So you have, let's say, selected with Wipro Technologies as a functional developer. So if you are a fresher, okay, if you are a fresher or with a 2 years experience or a 3 years experience, okay, they'll give you maybe associate consultant. Okay, if you have more than 5 years, maybe 5 years and more than, maybe they'll give consultant or a senior consultant. Okay, it depends on a companies to company, but you have a common roles are associate consultant or a consultant or a senior consultant, right? Once you select what you get a offer letter and there will be a joining date, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
the second point is you have joined in Wipro Technologies. For example, I'm telling, right? You joined in Wipro Technologies. On a joining day, they'll have a formalities. They'll take your documents, everything, your experience, everything they'll take. They'll give you, maybe they'll take your photograph, they'll give you a offer letter, and they'll ask you to sign in some no, agreements and all, right? Mandatory agreements. They'll apply for a PF. All the formalities will be done, and they'll give you ID card also, right? They'll give you ID card, employee number, and
Yes.
they'll give you basically they'll give you ID card, right? And their email ID, right? So Wipro Technologies will create an email ID for you, maybe Mohammed dot so whatever your first name and second name combination,
Pers-
they'll create a
yes, sir.
email ID at the rate of wipro.com, right? Wipro.com they'll give you.
Yes, sir.
Be it any company, the formalities will be similar as we are discussing now. So once you have ID card, you can enter into the office and you are good to do. And you have an email ID, and also along with this, they'll give you their intranet access. Means Wipro Technologies sites, right? Internal sites. They have you need to they'll give you access to like a internet, how you access a Google Chrome, right? Likewise,
Yes,
internet,
sir.
every company has its own nano intranet. There are different applications. There you will also get the access, and they'll give you a laptop. Once you log in a laptop, they'll give you a password, and with that password you log in. Once you have it, you have your inbox, mailbox, right? Outlook,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
like
sir.
email, you have a
Yes.
Outlook. That Outlook is configured to this email ID whatever they've given, and they'll give a password first. Later you have to change. Then you will see all the communications happening in a Wipro Technologies, right? You will get daily mails what is happening in Wipro and all. And as you got the your internet access, right? Every week you need to submit your hours also, attendance, right? It's not a manual attendance, it's a system. There will be an application, call your attendance related, your salary related, their Wipro policies related. There are many things you have to learn in their intranet. They'll give you time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of time uh, to settle down with the Wipro Technologies environment, to know everything, each and everything. They'll give you some time, okay? They'll give you some time.
Yes, sir.
So now in their intranet, you have to read and complete their internal trainings. Okay, means uh, what I would say is internal training is in a sense mandatory courses. Okay, Mandatory courses in a sense. So you are promising like you will not share any information related to Wipro to anybody or for yourself also. There are some conditions, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And
Yes, sir.
also whatever data related to Wipro, I'll not send I'll not send to my uh, what I would say my personal email IDs, right?
Yes, sir.
And all policies related to Wipro you have to learn. Once you learn it, okay, there will be a assignments. Okay, there will be assignments also. To complete mandatory courses, they'll give you 1 week of time or 2 weeks of time, 3 weeks of time also. You need to understand and you have to complete their policies or a mandatory courses. If you say without completing these policies, you remember without completing these policies, it will be a issue. Good, you have to remember. Okay, so where is it? Without without completing this no formalities, you cannot go further, right? Everybody, not only
Yes, sir.
the director joins, maybe manager, senior manager, whoever it may be, they have to first understand the ways of working in Wipro Technologies. Be it any company, we are just taking as a one multinational company an example, but in every company this is a process. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
you should not give your password username to somebody out of a Wipro. That is only for you, you need to use it. Likewise, there are many policies like you should not harass anybody. Okay, there are codes of conducts, and there if you fail to do it, you lost a job, there will be a imprisonment. There are many things you can read and understand and learn. The policies are similar for every company, okay, but few there will be changes, but overall all multinational companies will have the same policies. Okay, so you
Yes,
have
sir.
to obey everything and you have to pass the mandatory training also. Got it? And
Yes,
also
sir.
you should be very familiar with this their intranet, where to go on, where to find the policies, where the trainings are, how to find the trainings, how to read the trainings, how to pass the trainings. Obviously if you read it, you answer correctly and you will pass, right? And
Yes, sir.
everything
Yes, sir.
related to you, your manager, your education details, your experience, everything will be updated in the intranet. Okay, local intranet. So everything is going fine. By then maybe 3 weeks of time is gone, maybe 1 month gone. So maybe based on your CTC, you got the salary also credited. So once you join, right, in a joining day, you have selected, you joined in Wipro Technologies, there will be a induction for 2 to 3 days. First 3 days or 2 days. First day they'll take documents and joining formalities. They'll give you ID card and email ID and all. Next 2 days they'll explain about Wipro Technologies to you. Okay, so all the policies, HR policies, transportation, how it will be, and all the facilities, what they are doing, everything about Wipro Technologies, they'll give you induction. Induction in the sense they'll give you introduction. Okay, so immediately
Introduction.
nobody knows,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Don't give an introduction. So once introduction is done, they'll give you. You will take a laptop and you start doing now mandatory course policies completion. Okay. So 1 month
Yes,
is
sir. Yes.
done. You got the salary. You have to add your bank details also in intranet. They'll tell you everything in the induction. Where to add your bank details. What are the leave policies? Everything. Okay. All policies they'll explain. So done. Then slowly the third step is you selected for what your core knowledge is functional FICO, right? Then you
Yes,
will
sir.
you will get a project interview calls. So because in intranet, you definitely update your resume, your skills, everything you have to update in a Wipro intranet. They'll tell you where to update your resume, everything. Okay. Once you update there, so there will be many people who are currently need a people in FICO. They can see your profile in that tool, and from there they'll get your mobile number. they'll call you directly. That we call it as, you will get a project interview calls from different clients or customers related projects from Wipro, right? So Wipro not only meant to work for Reliance, right? Likewise, thousands of
Yes, sir.
customers have, right? Wipro. So one of the
Yes, sir.
client we have taken as a Reliance as an example. But Wipro is providing FSO services for more than 100, maybe 1,000 clients outside, right? In which project they need a people, maybe somebody
Yes, sir.
resigned, some business has come, some new resource is needed, or a old resource replacement is needed. There can be any reason, there can be multiple causes to take the new people, right? Yes. So
Yes, sir.
you will
Yes,
get a
sir.
calls from different projects, and they'll call you, hey, can we have a short discussion regarding your profile? Please explain me your work experience, education experience. I have a project. In my project I need this kind of requirement. This is a requirement. Have you worked on it? You have a knowledge or not? They'll ask you in a call. And also kind of a again interview. Remember, in IT you have already given an interview, you selected a Wipro, everything is okay, but again you have to select in a at least one project. Got it? So
Yes, sir.
let's
Yes,
say
sir.
let's say some reason, maybe you got a call from a Mercedes Benz project, okay? So in that project requirement and your profile is not suitable, the person who called you may be not happy with your profile. Maybe he can reject you for that project. Okay. It doesn't mean that you will not have
Yes,
another
sir.
project. You have many projects. Keep in mind. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Maybe
Yes, sir.
next you got a call from another client in a Wipro. Maybe DMart. Okay. DMart. So maybe somebody will call you, hey, I'm from a Wipro Technologies DMart project. So I need a SAP FICO consultant with a 5 years experience. I saw your profile in intranet. Can we have a discussion, right? Then again, you have to answer his questions. If he is
Yes.
happy, he'll select. Maybe you are not selected in DMart also. No need to worry. Now you got a call from Reliance project. Now they said, hey, we got a Reliance implementation project. So you have implementation experience, and if he is happy, maybe he is happy, then he selected you. Got it? Then he
Okay, sir.
selected you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm taking you into the project. Okay. Once you select, once you select to any project, there will be a project onboarding process. Okay. So if you're joining into any project, first onboarding means what? You are joining in that project, right? So joining formalities,
Yes.
then there are few documents you need to sign, you need to read and sign. Once that is done, you will get a you will get a you will get a separate email ID, and so sometimes you will get a ID card and client intranet access. So you have already one ID card, one email ID, which is related to Wipro Technologies yourself, right? So
Yes,
Wipro
sir.
related communication, Wipro related salary, everything you check in this intranet, this email ID, this ID card, right? Now this is what
Yes,
client
sir.
related. Whatever a client you selected, wherever a client you selected, to work in that client, you should not use your Wipro Technologies email ad. Nothing you should use. Remember, if you use Wipro email ID and if you send some client related data, that will be also a problem. Got it? So dedicatedly,
Yes, sir.
they'll give you their email ID. Maybe if you select for Reliance, maybe your name at the rate of reliance.com. Like that, they'll create one email ID and they'll give you. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
their
Yes,
intranet
sir.
also, Reliance related, intranet also they'll give you access, and again there also you need to read their policies and you have to complete their internal trainings. Unless your work will not start. Remember, you have to read and complete their internal trainings, client side also. Okay, client there,
Yes, sir.
there means client internal trainings, and there also you have some assignments. You have to complete that assignments. Once the trainings are done, you know now, you are not feeling new. You know Reliance, what kind of business Reliance is doing, what are their policies. I'm okay with these policies. I'll not send Reliance secrets to anybody. I'll not use for myself also. Everything, right? Everything legally you are reading, you are understanding, you are passing
Yes,
means
sir.
you know everything in and out, right? Then
Yes, sir.
by completing this and to reach a project, it might take 2 months, sometimes maybe 1 month, maybe 3 months, maybe sometimes 4 months also. If you are not able to clear a project interview, right? If it is difficult, what you do here, you join Wipro, daily you go to Wipro office, and in no project you are selecting. What you do? You prepare yourself better, right? You sit, you go to office and you start
Yes,
preparing
sir.
ready. You read and you watch videos. You do a lot of practice, and you might select for next project interview, right? Obviously,
Yes,
that's
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
you do it. Finally, you will get, definitely everybody will get a project. Okay, if you don't get a 3 4 project rejected also, you no need to worry. There is one more project, definitely you will be selected there. Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
done. Once you have it, now you selected for Reliance. Okay, you selected in Reliance, right? In Reliance also, Wipro has a functional modules, right? Wipro has a functional module
Yes,
supporting.
sir.
Atos is supporting a basis, and ABAP is supporting by Infosys. Now let's say team, maybe project team. Every project will have a project team. So they'll have one project manager, right? Who takes care of entire project. So let's say this project duration is 12 months. In 12 months, everybody has to complete their implementation based on Reliance business, and they have to hand out the system for a Reliance in a 12 months, right? That is a project duration, we call it as, right? So project
Yes,
managers
sir.
we have, next we have FICO module, okay? Here they have a one person, project manager is one person, persons, okay? So here one team lead and two associate, okay? So here next module, maybe one TL, two associates. Next SD, SD in the sense sales and distribution, right? One TL, two associates. Next maybe HCM, one team lead is fine, okay? No need more people. Next, let's say this is what these are the functional modules from Wipro Technologies, right? This is Wipro. How the project will be? You are not alone in a project, right? The people, there are
Yes,
many
sir.
Yes,
people in
sir.
the project, likewise. Now, this project manager can be a Reliance, or he can give somebody. Maybe he'll give this to another company, IT company, maybe Tech Mahindra. Okay, they can recruit somebody who is good in a project management and who can handle a project very effectively. They can take an internal Reliance employee, or they can give that also contract to outside of a Reliance. Okay, so now let's talk
Yes,
about
sir.
sixth is basis, basis module. Basis module, maybe they need two team leads. They don't need associates, they need two team leads. This is with Atos, right? Atos is a IT company. Next, what you have? You have a Infosys, right? Seventh, this is above module. We need many people, maybe 2 team lead and 4 associates. Why? Because we need more people. Is these people are responsible for all these function guys, right? Wherever they have a program related concerns, these guys have to support everybody in a project, right? That is the reason we have little more count on above side. So altogether, how many people we have now? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 19 people, right? Total
Yes,
team
sir.
size is 90. Total team size. Now we are settled, right? Now we are set, not settled, we are set. Everybody is selected, everybody is joined, everybody is completed their mandatory courses in their companies. They've onboarded to the client. In client also, they got the access, email access, intranet access. Their mandatory courses also read and they have completed, right? Now
Yes, sir.
slowly we have a form. We have formed the team also, right? This is project team from
Yes, sir.
IT. This is project team from IT, right? So all
Yes, sir.
IT
Yes, sir.
members, who is who? Let's say who is the project manager in FI module? How many people are there? MM module, who is working? Everybody we formed as a team. Then now we have to start the work, right? First, to start the work, what we have to do is first project manager will set up a kickoff meeting including the IT team and client business team, right? To start the work, first everybody need to understand who is who, right? It's not only about
Yes,
IT
sir.
team. We are IT team. We know what to do. First, but the requirement from a business, right? What exactly Reliance is needed. Based on their feedback only, we have to build it. It's not like we know SAP, we know F5, we know CO. We'll just configure and give it to you. That way it will not work, right? That way it will not at all work. So kickoff in a sense to start with, he'll add the 19 people from IT side and he'll get the information from a business who is related to finance, tax, marketing, materials, sales, HCM, all module, infra module, ABAP related, program related, who all are in a client side. Client side also they'll recruit one people, right? Reliance also recruit one people. They have a resources who are a seniors and who can get their business well. They'll give few names, right? That we call it as a
Yes,
business
sir.
team members. Once we have in a team, everybody has to give their introduction. Whenever there is a kickoff meeting, first who will organize this? Project manager will organize this, and he'll ask he'll ask everybody to give a small introduction. He'll ask in a team wise in a FICO team. Team leader has to give a first introduction, then associates. So it means what is your education qualification, or how many years of experience you have, what are the industries you work for, what are the areas you work for. You just have to give a just small introduction, right? So once everybody gave a small introduction, by listening that introduction, you get to know who is from a MM module, who is a senior in MM module, who is from ABAP module, who is from a basis module. You know everybody, right? Why you should know
Yes,
everybody?
sir. Yes.
Because once you start working, you get different issues in a different modules. That time you should know a person whom do you should reach, right? That is the reason
Yes,
introduction
sir.
is needed so that everybody knows who is who in a IT side first. Next, business will start introduction. They'll start giving introduction. So maybe they'll say, "Hey, I am Krishna. I am with Reliance from last 20 years. I am taking care of finance, accounts, and taxation, if they say, then you have to concentrate that person, because from next day onwards we have to talk to that person, take the Reliance business, how finance and controlling everything taxation works. Based on his inputs, we have to configure a SAP system, right?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, some
Yes,
other
sir.
person will introduce on a material side. Material management consultants need to concentrate on that person. Likewise, everybody from a business also gives an introduction. So later we will understand easily who is who, right? Now business side also we know, and business knows IT, IT knows business, right? Everybody is
Yes, sir.
happy
Yes.
with everything. From next day onwards, seventh point, every individual functional module members will have a separate meetings with respective client, business representative, right? Let's say for FICO, we need a account side, finance side, and controlling side. Who is a head or who is supporting this project from a client side? With that person, our FICO team lead will set up a continuous meetings. Maybe for 2 months, maybe 40 days, maybe 1 month. We'll have a regularly meetings. Maybe every day, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours meeting, continuous meetings only. Why we need meetings with them? Tell me.
We need to information about.
Why we need a meetings is to collect the business requirements. We need to have a daily meetings for business, right? We'll ask them, hey,
Yes, sir. Yes.
how you are doing a business, what kind of transactions you do, what kind of invoices you post, how you are doing in your current system. Please explain me how you want to see them in a new SAP system. What are your requirements? What are the reports you need? Everything we talk, we ask them questions. They'll give you information. They'll show you in their existing system. Maybe they have not stopped business. Their business parallelly running, right? This 12 months we are implementing this application side by side, but their business might be running already in Oracle system, right? Maybe Tally system, maybe JD Edwards, any other
Yes,
ERP
sir.
their business is running, right? They
Yes,
have
sir.
to show us that
Yes, sir.
application, the process, what they are happy in that system, what they are not happy in that system, what additionally they are looking in SAP, everything they'll give. So we listen everything and we forget everything, right? If you listen, just listen, you will forget after a week or 2 weeks,
Yes,
right?
sir.
This is
Yes,
not
sir.
something like a story they
Yes,
are telling. They are giving a business requirement, right?
Yes, sir.
We have to
yes, sir.
record the business requirements in Word or Excel file. We call it as a blueprint document preparation. What is it? Blueprint document. Blueprint is
Yes,
nothing
sir.
but a business requirements. Whatever they are telling
Yes,
you, you
sir.
have to record everything in detail. Okay. So that only we remember, we understand. Later we can tell this the business. This is what the requirement you have given, right? There should be evidence, right?
Yes, sir.
Once
Yes,
we
sir.
once we it's not easy. It's very tough work. Okay, time. So obviously, after a month, 40 days, continuous calls, whatever requirement we have captured, we documented. That document we have to send for a client review again, right? Why? Who is the person who gave us a requirement? So we have to send him back and ask him to review and confirm. Why? Because sometimes I am telling something, your way of understanding could be different, right? When it will be clarified, once
Yes,
you
sir.
submit your document, I can read and I can understand. If there is any misunderstanding, I can tell you to correct it, right? And also
Yes,
later
sir.
when
Yes.
Later, how you implement it? By keeping your blueprint document, by referring that blueprint document only, you have to start configuring in a system. Not that you learn in a class, not that you learn in a Google, nothing. You just learn how to do it, but what to do it, what to add it, you have to get from a business, you have to document it in a blueprint. Okay. In that blueprint, whatever is defined only, you have to configure in a system. Please remember, okay? It's not our choice there.
Yes, sir.
It's a business choice, okay? Uh,
Yes,
once
sir. Yes, sir.
once blueprint preparation is done, we will ask business to review and approve it. Later, they should not say why we have to prepare and take their approval. We have to send a mail. They'll review. If there is any correction, they'll ask us. We'll do it and we'll send again for their review and approval. Later, they should not blame us, right? Why you are defined like this? Why you configure like this? I didn't ask you like this. They should not say like that, right? If you have a evidence,
Yes, sir.
because the requirement is very huge and they might also forget, right? They are also humans, right?
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
maybe
Yes, sir.
after the 6 months they might say, hey, who asked you to do like this? They might ask you. Then you can open this mail document and you can show. See, this is reviewed by you, approved by you. So we are doing it. Maybe you forgot it. Please check and confirm, right?
Okay, sir.
Once we get the
Yes,
approval,
sir.
once we get the approval, then only we are allowed to start the configuration in a system, right? Right? We
Yes,
have
sir. Sir.
received, yeah. Tell me. We have received the blueprint document approval. Done. Tell me, you have any question? Mohammed, you have any question?
Hello.
Mohammed, I
No,
can
no,
hear
sir.
you.
No, sir.
Okay, we have the approval from a business blueprint. We spent 2 months time. Nothing we worked on SAP, right? This 2 months we have not worked anything on
Yes,
SAP.
sir. Yes, sir.
Before 1 month you joined, 3 months nothing. Everything is process your understanding, right? Now, ninth step
Yes,
is
sir.
once you have the document ready, but you need a system to configure, right? Now,
Yes,
basis
sir.
consultant then will set
It
up
need implementing.
development system only, not all systems, okay? Not quality and production. Now we don't need that systems, right? So once we have to complete
Yes,
our
sir.
development, by completing that time we need a quality system to be set up by a basis consultant, right? Immediately not needed, but definitely needed. Immediately not needed. So basis consultant will set up a development system. He will create user IDs and password, login into development system. Got it? So whatever
Yes,
ID
sir.
you got, password you got, here also, it was created by a basis consultant. The person who takes care of application
Who are
development, I've already told, that's a basis consultant.
yes, sir. Basis admin.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
basis. And also they have a one more name. We call it as a infra team. What is it? Infra team. Basis team, both are same. Infra or a admin or a basis, both are a admin team. So in the project, including a project manager, 19 members are there. He'll create for leaving a project manager, 18 people, 18 user IDs, different passwords, IDs he'll create and he'll give to individual person. Remember, your username, your password, he'll mail you. Okay, whatever client email ID you received, for that client email ID, this is a client email ID, right? That client email ID, he'll send you your
Yes, sir.
username, your password to log in into a development system, right? For development system to log in,
Yes, sir.
he'll give you username, password. Make sure you should not share your password to anybody else in a team, not to your manager, not to your director, nobody. Password is very strict that you have to use, you should not disclose to anybody. If you disclose it, if somebody is using your ID and doing work, you are terminated from a job. It's very strict. Okay, you should remember. Password and ID is your assets, your self contents. You should not share to anybody in the real time. Got it? And also
Yes.
based on a person's, okay, FICO persons, what is the configuration access they need? That access only he'll give you. For FI consultants, they'll not give you MM access. For functional model people, they'll not give you basis and admin access. In a system, they'll not allow you to do basis and above related things because we are not the program related consultants, right? We are FICO consultants.
Yes, sir.
So basis consultant will receive your name, my name, name wise, his function wise. He'll receive the details from a project manager. Based on that, based on your module only, he'll give you the access restriction. So if you have all the access, what you do unnecessarily, you go on, you break something, right, in a system. To fix that, it takes time. That is the reason unnecessary access basis consultant will not give it to anybody in a team. Based on their job role only, he'll assign you access and he'll give you login and password. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all for today. I'll share the document and video anyway. I'll load. You just watch and write down your concerns if you have any. Let's discuss on tomorrow's class. Okay.